Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you all know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs. Big Print Champs in the building. I got a new merch drop that's on the way. You know what I'm saying? Gearing up towards training camp. That is going to be coming out hot and off the press for you guys to go grab. That is definitely a fire shirt that we dropping this time around as well. So make sure you stay in tune with that. So let's get into the meat and potatoes, man. I'm sorry for the late upload. I've been putting the final touches on God Bless Who Hatin'. The musical project will be out probably within the next 30 days. I'm just putting the last little bit of elbow grease into that. It's coming along beautifully, hands down. My most prolific piece of work. You know what I mean? I can't even front, man. I can't wait till you guys hear that. So, let's talk about it, man. A lot has been put on the weight and on the shoulders of Jordan Davis. I wanted to get this video out a little earlier, but better late than never, man. A couple of analysts or journalists, you know what I mean, over there at Sports Illustrated have placed Jordan Davis in the all 25 and under team. Now, in order to be eligible for this list, you have to be under 25 before the start of the season, which disqualifies players like Jalen Hurts. If you're wondering why he didn't make the list, of course he would have made it. Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback for this list because he will be under 25 before the start of the season. So Jordan Davis made it, and it was kind of surprising to me that he made it because the sample size was small because he was in and out of the lineup, but the impact that he had on the game when he was in the game is really honestly nobody else you could put up there. He was one of the most productive guys in his age bracket. He was one of the most disruptive, interior defensive linemen almost until he got hurt in very limited snaps. I guess condition was a thing for him. And it's crazy because my last video talks about, the top Eagles with the highest ceiling, you know what I mean? And it's all young guys on this list for real. And Jordan Davis being on this list is no surprise to me. The article even hints at Jordan Davis potentially becoming a household name here in the near future. Now, I'm not sure if I can agree with the household name part, and it's not because he won't play well on the football field. It's just that defensive tackles, in my opinion, they don't get a fair shake. Because when you see a defensive tackle, if you see anybody on the defensive line, if they're not getting sacks, people tend to think that they're not doing anything to help the team or benefit the team. But players like Jordan Davis taking on multiple blockers, clogging up and stuffing up holes, similar to what Linval Joseph can do for a defensive front, what Dexter Lawrence does, you know what I mean? Those guys have a specific role that gets overlooked because the edge rushers get most of the glory because they get the sack, they get the takedown, they get the forced fumble. But these guys hold a major role and a major responsibility into keeping teams one-dimensional in a way. Now, the casual fan might not make him a household name because the stats aren't there. That's what casual fans like to see. They like to see stats and statistics. But when you look at some of the film of things that Jordan Davis has done, you begin to see, just how effective he is when he's on the field. A casual fan, for example, will say things like Mozzie Smith is going to have 5, 6, 7 sacks during the season. That's kind of a casual statement, because Mozzie Smith has had 1 sack in 575 snaps. That's not his role. He is an interior defensive tackle. So is Jordan Davis. They have one job: to make sure you don't run the ball through the gut up the middle of the defense and bring interior pressure on passing downs. Make sure the quarterback can't step up in the pocket, and make sure we just not sweet in the middle during a run. That's the role for them guys, for real. So I think Jordan Davis did a really, really good job. I think people inside the division, they're more inclined to say, well, he didn't do anything. He don't got stats. He don't got this. He don't got that. Not really understanding the position and what it takes. And Jordan Davis will get his praise more on film than he will in the statistical categories. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just the facts of the matter. Hargrave getting 11 sacks from a defensive tackle position is damn near unheard of. Only a few people do stuff like that. Aaron Donald, those guys. Only a few people can get sacks from a position, in the interior. So I'm looking forward to what Jordan Davis, has coming down the pipe in the future. Household name, I'm going to have to wait and see on that. Like I said, not due to the talent, but mainly due to his position not getting the credit that it deserves. How many safeties are household names? Think about that for a second. You got Buda Baker, and who else? Who else? Who else? Safeties don't get as much glory as cornerbacks do. You know what I mean? But they get, they get busy on the film, and when you watch film, you see just the importance that a guy like Jordan Davis would have. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like I said, sorry for the late upload. More videos coming. You know what I mean? We're going to celebrate Independence Day in style over here. You know the vibes.